still in the office, and yes, we are rebuilding Forest Green Rovers, and I want your props because I actually put some vegetation around me this time. I think this one we had last time, but that one is new. Hey, content is improving. But guys, Forest Green Rovers, that is the team that I'm going to be taking on today because I want to find some of the best talents from Africa and put them all into one team to dominate world football. As you guys know, we are now in League 2 with Forest Green Rovers, and that is the starting point. We can go ahead and find some hidden gems and ideally work our way up to some incredible talents from Africa that have already been doing the rounds in the news. Everyone's talking about them. So hopefully today we can create our own legends and also include some of those players that all of us know. Let's start this rebuild. Africa, here we go. So let's take a deeper look into the side that we are going to be controlling. Now, one thing I can tell you is there is absolutely no one from African nationality within this squad. So that means we can basically get rid of every single player in here. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. But obviously we can't do all of that straight away. The budget is only about 1 million, which obviously also isn't ideal. So what we need to do is sell on a bunch of players and make tough decisions on which positions we want to go after straight away. But as we take a look at this team and realize that we aren't going to be holding on to any of these lads, I want to know from you guys, is there any player from African nationality that you believe right now might be underrated and could be world class one day? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm looking forward to seeing some names down there that hopefully I already know of. If I don't, I'll be impressed. Starting off this beautiful journey with a talent I had no idea about, honestly, and that's something I love because he's actually part of a big club. This, my friends, is Chaka Traore. He is from AC Milan, now joining Forest Green for 800k. The price rating should be a good one. It's a B. His actual rating is a 62, and he's going to come into this team and take over that left wing position for me. I still haven't decided which formation I want to go for, but this guy,
get a load of this guy.
Not necessarily a lot of pace, but really good shooting. So I'm wondering, as a striker, he's higher rated. Chaka Traore, do I turn you into a striker? That's a possibility for sure. I assume as a left wing he's higher rated as well. Yes, he is. So I can decide right now at the beginning of his career, left wing or striker. But having said all that, this guy's from the Ivory Coast. He's 18 years old. If I make him the striker, he could be my Drogba. But then again, he's only 5'9", which doesn't really work with the next Drogba. So I'll see about that one. But big talent, first big transfer is now in. And here we are once more. Another talent from Africa I didn't know of, especially due to the fact that these guys are playing for big teams. I'm surprised myself. So this one is Mr. Mikhail Faye, or Faye. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. 1.4 million. This one was expensive, and he comes in with a high rating. FC Barcelona have seemingly invested into this kid, or he might have already been within the youth academy. But man, this guy is left-footed, great pace, great physicality and all that. 6'1" tall from Senegal, and obviously amazing haircut. That's what we like to see. When you play the game and you can already tell from the haircut which player is who, that's a big plus, isn't it? But guys, he is potentially the future of this club. So with this signing, I've spent a lot of money, and I don't know if I have any other money left, so hopefully I can make some sales. I have to admit, I am extremely impressed with how some of the clubs, the Nordic ones, are bringing in some top African talents in to go ahead and move them on for big money, turn these players into top talents. I really like that. So shout out to the Nordic countries, especially the likes of Denmark and Norway and all these guys doing an amazing service for the footballing community here by bringing these guys up. And this is Francolino from Midtjylland. Yes, Midtjylland, thank you very much. 1 million I paid for this one. It's an A. Let's go. This guy is a striker, can play right wing as well. 64 rating. Troy Deeney, I'm sorry, buddy, but the future is Francolino. First of all, his name is incredible, right? That's what we love already. But he's a left-footed striker with decent amount of pace, good shooting, good dribbling and physicality, and he's 6 foot tall from Guinea-Bissau. So with that being said, we have our striker. Lads, I've found a goalkeeper with white hair. Do I need to tell you more? Honestly, this guy is walking into the club with the name Teddy as well. His name's Teddy and he has white hair. Bulhendi from Algeria is the goalkeeper that I'm going to put my faith into. And I'm hoping he can be a big player for us. He comes in 63 rating. I sold on Troy Deeney. And this is the final transfer of Season 1. Bulhendi, great stats all around. Is only lacking speed really, but that's not as important. 6'1" tall, not the tallest, but still, this guy could be good. And he will be good because he has white hair. I mean, do I need to say more? At the end of Season 1, we are currently in the 8th position. Yes, just one spot off of the fact that we could have fought for promotion in the playoffs, but I'm still very pleased with the fact that this team has been capable of getting 71 points despite me letting go of so many players to be able to sign new ones. So at the end of the day, Tranmere, MK Dons and Wrexham are going up. Ryan Reynolds should be pretty happy about that one, but we're going to take a look into this situation right here and realize that Traore has always been a left wing. At the beginning, I was like, oh, he's a left mid. He can play left wing and striker. But no, he's actually been a left wing from the get-go. He's up to a 66 right now. Francolino, 68 rated. Then going down to Faye, 69. And Bulhendi up to a 65. So not as much growth on the goalkeeper, but still very pleased with how things have gone this season. I do think if we do get a good budget next season, we could actually be able to fight for promotion into League One. So, wanting to do that, obviously, in the upcoming year. But this season, Francolino with 12 goals and 1 assist. Traore with the most goal contributions of 16 right there. Morton, for some reason, has played 36 games. Has gotten 8 goals and 5 assists during that time. So congratulations to him. But as you can tell, a bunch of players, including Morton, Jones, and also some others down here, I assume, we are going to be letting go of a lot of players that have been loaned in. So even less players in the next season. And I do believe I already have too little of a number of players, so the game will have to give me a couple of free agents automatically. And off we go into the next season. This transfer doesn't cost me anything because the right back that we had grew, and this is a straight swap. Marcel Lavinier, yes, he is a part of this deal, and we are getting ourselves a right back with a rating of 67, which is actually a downgrade, but I don't mind. This guy comes in with 83 pace, 73 physicality, 22 years old, from the Ivory Coast. Very pleased with this one. If also I had to pick one of my favorite African football players of all time, and I want you guys to do the same in the comments down below, it probably would have to be Eto'o. I personally watched a lot of Barcelona back in the day when Ronaldinho was there and all that stuff, and I obviously saw Eto'o play, and I was so impressed. I really was. So for me, Eto'o, one of my favorite ones, and possibly Yaya Toure as well. He was so impressive, the way he was just dominating that midfield physically and also with his actual skill. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So I'm probably missing out some players in my mind that I will be like, oh God, I forgot that one. But let me know which one was your favorite so far and maybe your current favorite. Currently for me, I'd say Osimhen is probably the most impressive one at the moment. Finally, we are getting into the region of players that I've actually seen play in real life as well. This is Formosa Mendy, a player that used to play in the 2nd division in France last season. This season has moved to Lorient in Ligue 1 and just generally speaking impressed me so much last year. At first at Lorient, he was struggling to make it into the starting 11. Now he has consistently been starting, which is very impressive. Formosa Mendy, definitely a name that I'm going to keep on my mind because I've seen him play, I've been impressed, and I am remaining impressed by this guy. He's walking into our club as a centre-back, who also, by the way, was playing right-back and right-wing-back for his 2nd division side last season. Formosa Mendy, 78 pace, 75 physicality, and he's a giant. He's 6'3" tall. So this one of the ones that I'm actually connected with personally, so I love that one. and I hope to bring in a lot more of these types of transfers moving forward. Forest Green has done it. Yes, we are going up into League One. The time has come to bring in even higher profile African talents into this team. 87 points on us to finish off this season, and you can see, oh, sorry, that is not where I wanted to go. You can see the stats of the players right here that have done it. Chaka Traore on a 72, Francolino up to a 73. Garrick has been a great player, by the way, all along here. I appreciate some of these decent players that we've had already, but Formosa, Mendy, 73, Faye, 72, Bulendi on a 70 as well, and then Dua on the right back position has done well for himself. But clearly you can tell we're still lacking a left back, 2 centre midfielders, and a CDM, and a right wing. So still plenty of work to do, and obviously once I have those players, it doesn't mean we can't upgrade them. We can drop some of the starting 11 players onto the bench and then bring in even higher rated ones as we get more money. But if some of these do develop into basically world stars, obviously we will keep them in here. But let's take a quick look. Top scorer Francolino, 14 and 8. Traore, 12 and 14. Definitely the best player this season, +5 overall. Bakayoko from Sierra Leone, who was an original of the squad, came back from his loan deal, has obviously done well as a substitute, as we can tell. Garrick with 7 goals, and then you see Maddox with 10 assists for himself and 4 goals right there. But more of these players need to come in, so let's jump into the first League One season. Maybe it's the one and only one. And here is the new CDM of the club. It is Afis Aremu, who is coming in from Kaiserslautern, a club I used to love watching back when I was a little boy. And now he comes in with a rating of 71, 72, whatever. That is obviously amazing. He's already in there. I used a swap deal to make this one happen. Decent pace, good defending, and most importantly, amazing physicality. He's 5'11", so not one of those extremely tall physical CDMs. Possibly someone that can just go ahead and run around for the 90 minutes. 78 stamina on him, and he is coming in from the country of Nigeria. At this point, he's 25 years old, so definitely not the youngest, but still a lot of upside in him, and that's exactly what I am looking for. Now though, I have to make a decision. I don't have as much money as I hoped I would, so maybe I need to decide whether I want to go for a centre mid or a right wing. I think Bendel, being a 63 rated player, already gives me that answer. I need a centre mid. Well, here he is, a new centre midfielder named Bouchari. Saint-Etienne seem to have a couple of these lads that I could have brought into the team, but Bouchari is the one that I've gone after, and I've spent my entire budget on him. So yes, we won't be able to make a new transfer after this, but he comes in with a 72. So he goes along with the rest of the team, as you can tell by the ratings here. Bouchari comes in with good passing, dribbling, probably could be even higher rated as a centre attacking mid, but looks like one of those centre midfielders that can get me a lot of attacking output. So I'm really liking that. 5'5" from Morocco. No play styles, that surprises me, but he's 5'5". That's insane. Anyways, very pleased to bring him in. Spent a ton of money on him. If he doesn't do well, I'm gonna cry. End of the season in 2026, and you might be able to recognize something here, a little mistake I've made. Let's take a look at the league table. Oh, Nordsjælland. They are part of League One. A team from Denmark I put in here because initially I was thinking, oh, let's do this rebuild with Nordsjælland because they have a bunch of incredible African talents. But at the end I decided, you know what? No. They already have those talents. I want to build a team from scratch. So I decided to pick Forest Green, but it's lovely to see that they're doing well. But at the same time, it sucks because without them, I would have gone through and gone up into the championship. So we have to go through the playoffs, guys. Here we go. Are we going to be able to succeed in here? Yes or no? Here is the match coming up. I believe that might be Peterborough. How's it going to go? 1-1 in the first game. 2-1. We are through against Bolton. That could be a tough one, but it isn't. We are now a championship club, just like Nordsjælland is going to be. So let's take a look at the squad here. Francolino, 78. Traore 77. Garrick has gone up. Ooh, he's gone up quite a bit, hasn't he? Bushauri looking at a 78. Aremo on a 77. Maddox, obviously, we're going to replace him. Same with Robson. Faye and Mendy looking class in that centre-back position. That pairing I really like. Dua up to a 77. Goalkeeper not that high rated. Definitely something that we will have to fix moving forward. Maybe Bulendi is not the one that we need to focus on. But I'm very pleased to see that we have gone up alongside Nordsjælland. It's going to be quite funny to see where they end up next season. But Francolino with his clearly best season. Right when I was actually thinking, oh, maybe I need to go ahead and bring in a different striker next time around. But no, he's on fire right now. So continue. Garrick 19 and 4. Hopefully we can sell him on +5. What the hell? Traore 19 and 6. Bushauri 7 and 11. Oh, I brought in a bunch of attacking coaches. Maybe that's the reason why some of these attackers have grown so much. But generally speaking, an amazing season where even our CDM is getting 4 and 5. So good stuff. Championship club alongside Nordsjælland. Here we go. For the next 2 minutes, sadly, the audio cut out, so let me talk over it right now. Guys, I went in and got myself Hannibal Mejbri for 6.6 million right here. 76 rated. I thought that was an incredible price. I genuinely believe this is one of the better transfers we have made in terms of value. He's just so well-rounded, a player that I really like in terms of like his willingness to give it all on the pitch. I really like those types of talents, but you can see it right here. We have played in the playoff finals, yes, and we won it, which means we are now going to be a Premier League club. This was our usual position, 5th in the league, and then the playoffs got us through into the Prem. Now, the team itself is clearly lacking a left back. 68 rating, while we have some others on 83, is just not good enough. Then also in the goalkeeping position, I thought maybe I should upgrade there, but I then later realized that there was no other option. And Garrick is also possibly going to be changed later on. Now, the seasonal stats here are looking great for the likes of Traore, Garrick, Francolino, and even Bushauri coming in with 15 assists and 9 goals. But the new season in the Prem had to start with a new right wing. Abdul Fatavu Isahaku, the man that used to play for Sporting, then moved over to Leicester City. Now at Leicester, he is one of the main players in the starting 11, going ahead and helping them to get promotion back into the Prem. I really do hope that Leicester and Leeds United do come back up. But yeah, this man comes in with 82 shooting, which is actually higher than any of our attackers. So I thought he would come in and score a bunch of goals for us, and he even had the power shot trait. So I love that transfer already. Now, the left back position, I can tell you right now because I'm recording this in post commentary, this guy is a beast. Jack Ekomi. Try him out if you can. His tackles are just so much better than any of the fullbacks I've used so far. 78 rated, he walks in, 77. That's a +9 upgrade on the 68 that we had earlier on. And now we can soon return back to the regular commentary. Just one last thing, this guy is from Gabon. And here we are now with audio back. Sorry about that, guys. I realized it a little bit late. There was absolutely no reason as to why it shouldn't have worked. But hey, here we are. Forest Green Rovers in the 7th position in the Premier League. You didn't see it, but I actually said, hey, how about we actually get top 10 this season? And that's what we've done. 58 points on us right here. I mean, that puts us into Conference League football, if I'm not mistaken. And that is a huge achievement, an amazing achievement for a club like this. So we are looking at the ratings and realizing that Traore is on fire while the rest of the team is basically chasing him. No one is able to get close. Everyone is above 81. That's good enough for top 10, obviously. Love that. But we obviously need to bring in some amazing top tier talent players very soon. So some of these players that you're seeing right now might be used on a swap deal, might be dropped to the bench. All of that depending on the budget that we're going to be getting next season. But generally speaking, you cannot complain about the success of this team so far, and I want that to continue. I want these players, these African kings, to dominate European football, and to do that, We need to keep this going. Would you believe me if I told you that this is the FA Cup final? Manchester United against Forest Green Rovers. They seem to have an incredible squad right there with a bunch of transfers coming in, but Forest Green Rovers not too shabby either. Look at that. We have our first 90+ rated player in Chaka Traore on the left wing. The rest of the squad is chasing it down as well, and we have some incredible coaches helping us with the growth of these players. So, can we get our first big trophy? Yes, we can. Chaka Traore and Ekomi doing it. Getting in there. I mean, you know exactly what I mean by doing it, right? Just scoring goals. But hey, here we are, my friends. Let's go ahead and take a look into something else, which you might be surprised about. We have won the title in the Premier League as well, so that puts us into the first position of the Prem after just being here for 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. That's huge. The goal difference is insane. It's so much better than the rest here, and that just shows that this team has it all. Now, initially, I wanted to spend big money. I wanted to go ahead and give a chance to big name players, but we haven't had that. We haven't had the opportunity to go ahead and buy those massive players because these guys are doing an insane job. I mean, if we look at the players that we're missing right here in terms of like super high potential, it's just like Osimhen and Hakimi. That's pretty much it. There's not that much left in there. So the fact that we have taken these guys to these ratings, we should just be proud of them. So that's exactly what I am. And right now we can take a look at the stats. Traore 27, 12, Francolino 25 and 3, Fatavu 18 and 5. He is the lowest rated one out of the 3. Even though I thought he would score a bunch of goals, he's not been able to get there yet. But man, this right back is doing numbers right now. 7 and 3. He just keeps scoring and assisting. Mejbri with 8 assists there. Who has the most assists? It is actually Traore. It has been an impeccable season. The double has been won. Champions League qualification is settling in. Now this team could go ahead and do a madness in winning the Champions League next season, because I can see a bunch of these guys getting past 90 as well. Well, guess what? I actually am able to bring in one of the top talents on FC24 from Africa. Here is Faris Chaibi, a player that is coming in from Bilbao. Right now, in real life, he's playing for Eintracht Frankfurt, and he's doing a decent job over there, and he's showing his talents. Now, he's going to come in as a backup, because as you guys can clearly tell, this team does not have any backups right now, and I basically spent my entire budget on him. He comes in with an 86 rating, which is actually his potential in FC24 generally, and he has the technical play style, someone that can do it all on the wing, someone that can create chaos, someone that can create chances and score goals. 26 years old at this stage, from Algeria, definitely our best substitute, and I am somewhat expecting him to perform well for this squad, and he can actually jump into centre midfield as well, so maybe I'll change him to a centre midfielder, because the wingers are fine, but the centre midfielders could need some help, because we have 2 of them playing 90 minutes right now. Barcelona beat Bayern Munich, beat in the first leg. Second game coming up. How's that gonna go? It's 5-2 on aggregate. Amazing performance from the team, as you can tell. Now up against Real Madrid. Now that could be tough. Oh no, first game is a win, but it's narrow. It's very narrow. It's 3-1 in the end. Not as narrow anymore. We are going to the Champions League final. The double winners in England of the last season now get to play against Sporting. Ooh, I like that. I love playing against teams that are not usually there in these big matches, man. This is huge. Sporting. I'm very excited about their lineup. But first of all, realize that this team looks insane. It genuinely does. Like, this squad is incredible. We have so much pace. We have such great passing. We have such good defending in this squad. And a decent goalkeeper who I didn't think would actually make it to the end. But Bulendi has done that. So congrats to him. Chaibi is the main substitute for basically every single position. In case someone in midfield or attack gets injured, he comes in instantly. He's the one-man show off the bench. And we have Francolino coming up with 31 and 2. That is impressive if you ask me. Traore coming in with 17 and 12. Fatavo, decent season. Mejbri, amazing season. Bouchari with a 9 and 8. Wow. I love everything about this. And now in the Premier League, let's see. Have we been able to win the trophy again? No, second. Arsenal have won it. Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Liverpool win the FA Cup. Carabao Cup is won by Chelsea. So there is no double, no nothing. It's just the Champions League. But saying just the Champions League feels just wrong. But here we are. And this is Sporting's team. Moreira, Gyökeres, Trincao, Danny De Witt. What? Miranda, Avila, Esteves. Bro, this team should be nowhere near the Champions League final. What the hell? How did that happen? I'm really scared somehow because this team should never be in the Champions League final. And here it goes, man. We have green. They have green. Oh, no. Please tell me. Okay, I can tell the difference. That's at least important to me. I need to be able to tell the difference between our players and theirs. Basically, my players blend in with the pitch while theirs stand out a little bit more. That's all it is. We have that green of the pitch on us, while Sporting have some white lines in there, luckily. But man, I am excited to test out all these players. What a ball into Fatavu straight away. He cuts in, goes past one. Can pass it back into the same man that passed the ball to him, and it turns out to be a freaking goal kick. Oh no. Oh, beautiful save from the white-haired goalkeeper. Of course, he has to put in a performance. Lovely. Oh, even better. Even better. Come on, you gotta find Chaka Traore. There he is. Can he score from that angle? No, he cannot. But can he jump higher than anyone else? That is also something he can't do. Mejbri, please. That was not what I wanted. I thought he was about to put in a tackle. Formosa coming across to defend this. Oh. I just let him right past me there. That is not good defending at all. Having to rely on our goalkeeper that many times is not a good thing. Oh boy, my players are falling on their faces. Except Formosa Mendy, who defends that right before half-time. Another chance for them. Sporting dominating in the offense. Get there, lads. Someone. Get close. Don't let him shoot like that, bro. Why are we so reliant on our goalkeeper? This is incredible work from Sporting, I have to admit. But man, can we please do better? This is just not good enough, lads. Off we go onto the left. Mejbri pushing forward. Has Francolino next to him. Good pass into Bouchauri, who has some space. Shoot! What? Ah, bro. The goalkeeper needs to be fired instantly. Our goalkeeper has been doing incredible work. Theirs has fallen completely apart after one shot in the 54th. Surely Bouchauri does not have such insane... Nah, that guy needs to get fired instantly. He really does. I mean, I can show you right here. You can see it in my settings. I am obviously not playing with the goalkeeper's abilities. You can see it right here. He's just bad. Too much space for Gyökeres. He's a dangerous player. Whew, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. At least I'm getting the ball back again with Ekomi, who has been incredible in terms of defense, man. His tackles are so on point. Francolino. Into Traore. Traore running through. Cuts back in. Finds Bouchauri again. The 5'5" centre mid is just dominating the Champions League final. Who would have thought that? Down the left-hand side, Traore and Francolino in the build-up. Ekomi with a great tackle to start it all off. And at the end of the day, that goalkeeper can only shake his head. Beautifully done by Traore. The oversight to find his teammate. The left-footed finish. Guys, Africa's taking over world football right now. Oh, I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. Oh, the tenacity of this team, the pressing, everything. Francolino. It's done. It's done, my friends. We are too quick. We are too strong. We are too skillful. Too good in front of goal. Too clinical. All those things. Sporting had their chances in the first half. They just couldn't get past our keeper. And now they are falling apart in every single position of their team. Sporting trying to build something up right here, and they do get a consolation goal for themselves. It's 3-1, last minute of the game. give me my trophy, stop the celebrations immediately. At first, my goal was to bring in some of the top talents, right, from Africa and build a crazy team that way. But the budgetary options were too limited, and then we were basically forced to go ahead and build a team with the underrated ones. And you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. Formose Mendy lifts the trophy for Forest Green Rovers, and most importantly for Africa. Guys, pay some attention to some of these incredible African talents out there right now. They are doing an incredible job of scouting them, bringing them to Europe, and really putting them center stage at the moment. And I love that. So that was so much fun to record. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below telling me which team to rebuild next, and I will see you on the next one. Take care and peace.